Alright, my dudes, I gotta take a quick break from that book, Albert Pike's Esoterica. It's a pretty good book, it's pretty funny. Yeah, but I gotta redo this because I forgot I deleted it, so maybe we'll learn something new. This is the opening for Severance. So, okay. Cartoon. Okay, darkness, in the beginning there was nothing, and then the light, let there be light. Okay, that whole thing. Okay, let's see. Hand of God turns the doorknob to enter into Wonderland. Like Alice in Wonderland? Yes. The hand, the will to power. That's why hand is always symbolized of that with God. For example, Osiris would be the will to power. That's literally its definition. Like when people say, in the beginning there's the word, and the word was like logos. In Masonry, they would say it's power, or it's technically the will to power on the dead aspirations of the transcendental Osiris. This is like the advent of the quote-unquote superior father. The mother obviously would be the divine wisdom. This would be Isis or Sophia, which is why in the modern context they basically demonized Isis, which is basically tricking you to it's basically just the annihilation of the feminine divine axis, so you can never reach enlightenment. But I mean, that's like a trick in the modern era. Okay, hand turns to enter into the game of Dharma. The light emanation of God. This is like the whole you see doorways, light emanations, and like we're in a quote-unquote shadow plane. Reflect upon that would be squares, symbolizing the material plane. Like in Masonry, it'd be the square and compass. The square is at the bottom, representing, earth, fire, air, wind, whatever, water, blah, blah, blah. Same thing in the Vedic. It'd be, what is it? It's karma, artha, dharma, moksha. Same thing. The 4 points rises up to the cube, symbolic that of perfection of man and of the cube form, rising to that of the pyramid, or the triangle, which is why the number 7 is associated with that of God. It is a combination of the 4 sides of the square, like in Masonry with the square, and the 3 parts of the triangle. And then the top would be the uncapped pyramid of the light emanation. The light emanation, which is a reflective plane, which is what you exist, a reflection of a shadow. So this is where people get the whole idea, simulacra. So yeah, that's why you see square shadows. Okay, and you see this is quote-unquote you. Like the thing before you wasn't you. All right, that's like the unknowable whatever, like the transcendental idea of God. You can call it Supreme Architect. You can call it whatever you want. I don't care. All right. Technically, it doesn't have it should not be associated with the name. Okay, then there's you. You're like an unindividual spirited being. You see a blue trash can. Behind it are papers or books, whatever, symbolizing that this is the access point where you're gonna go dumpster diving to find, treasure in the dumpster. All right, which is the earth plane. All right, it's like Game of Dharma stuff, which would be the access point of. And see, that's also the blue launch. That's why it's blue colored. The descent from Sirius, Virgo, on December 25th, descended down. It looked as entered apprentice through Capricorn, descend down to the blue waters of the abyss, the trash can. All right, I hate to break it to people, but this place is basically a trash can, a Negrito dumpster fire. Like you see Clown World outside. I don't think anything's changed. Okay, so you got curious because you smelled the trash, and the trash smelled delicious. Okay. Oh no. Okay, then this is the ice shell. Like, if you notice, this whole show is about ice and snow, symbolic of that of the iced dome firmament of the world that you exist in, which is the separation between, the heavens and the cosmic heavens, or the great ocean above. And I'm surprised Albert Pike told you the real shape of the Earth in the book Esoterica. He literally says a hemisphere with a capped dome like a canopy of the sun, and the stars or the opening pathways through the light emanations of the what you would consider this all thing. Okay, so this is you walking in, and then this is you seeing people coming out. They basically get look like, you come in here, but here's the problem, all right? This is why I say the enemy is you, all right? If your ego is an amalgamation construction at the age of 5 through public school and indoctrination and lies and religious brainwashing, then your ego right here, this thing, is going to be a parasite on you. So for most people, which is why I say the ego is you, which is why Buddhism, they want to destroy the ego, but you're actually supposed to replace it, which is why in secret societies you actually have the death of the ego process through the Master Mason, the Rising of the Grave crap, because you need to purify yourself from this false construct, the ego view, which is a parasite for the spirit, a parasite for the fractality of the hand thing, which we would call God before. All right. Oh, look at that. Look at it. He's holding on to like a balloon. Okay, everyone's walking through. They're walking upon their lives or through just like existence. Stumbling like the hobbled-footed masonry. Enter apprentice. Initiation 1. All right, you walk through life stumbling because you have no idea what's going on. You have no idea why this place exists, who created it, and why the systems exist the way that they do. Obviously, it's not constructed necessarily to your benefit, but it can be. So once you figure out what's going on, then you can work it to your advantage. So, but this is basically telling you that most people are walking around hobbling through life, dazed and confused, right? Blind, deaf and dumb, like zombies, corporate drones. Okay, you walk in through the door. It's opposite land, okay? Up is good, light is darkness, blah, blah, blah. Come on, dude, I mean, this place is weird. Like, if most people probably never experienced astral traveling, whatever, but I'm telling you right now, this place is like opposite Shadowland. Okay, and everyone else figures it out. Like, look, there's a lot of people trapped in here. Alright, you are one with them, yay. Okay, there's Bono, okay. But that's rotate. Turning the wheel, the great spirit, or you, this is the greater version of you, right? Dips its head through the water. You saw the water. You were birthed in here through your mother's womb. Access gateway of cancer. Cancer. Okay, dude, I gotta pull this up again. Okay, masonry. You're going from traveling from west to east. East is the eastern gate of the eastern star of Sirius. West is symbolized like the Wicked Witch of the West as Saturn. You are actually in the land of Saturn, the transmutation, which is Saturn's associated with lead. So you're supposed to transmute Saturn up into through gold into the diamond rainbow perfected rainbow light being, whatever, Glenda the Good Witch. Okay. And yeah, and what's this? This would be the sun, the moon, Saturn, Sirius. What the hell would you even call Sirius? Okay, whatever. And Mercury as a thing in the middle too. Whatever, dude. Okay, let's keep going. That's actually not that relevant. Okay, let's see. Okay, the higher self sees the ego, lower any self, and you, if you're not aware of these spiritual things, you get confused. All right, which is where a lot of people become agnostic or atheist. All right, they cannot fathom that this is real, and he's sitting in the right chair. So that's like the logical version. Okay, the shadowy dark waters of the abyss. Yes, we are in. Okay, I gotta pull up another picture. Okay, in Severance, they do work in the basement floor of the Sephirothic tree of Malkuth. No, technically this tree is a tree of Cleafoth. So this is where you plant your seed in the fertile land of Gaia, Malkuth, whatever, Mother Earth, and through actionable will, wisdom, cultivation works, you are supposed to germinate your seed, whatever, and then you will bear the fruits of your life existence in your work in the afterlife. Or, well, not really afterlife. People confuse metapsychosis afterlife. It's more a continuation of the soul afterwards. But basically, you got to take care of your seed or whatever, to get that waffle party if you really care. But, I mean, be aware. I mean, there's different rewards in the show. So I'm gonna step off tree. The work is done here. Let's see what's the. I gotta talk about the kefir. Kefir at top is the crown, you know, like Corona, whatever. Okay, let's keep going. Dark waters. Okay, everyone is. Yeah, dude, similar to coffee. Caffeine is what causes the droning process. I mean, to me, caffeine is a neural stimulant. Probably the most dangerous thing ever created in history. You can, like, look, I can trace back to the loss of spirituality through, like, coffee. Like, you know, coffee is the #1 used substance in the world. It's even more than soda. Like, people drink in the order: coffee, soda, and then water in the developed world, right? As you know, well, I mean, would you really say it calcifies the pineal gland, or would you really say it's a neuro, it acts like a neurotoxin, but it's really a neurostimulant. But okay, that's why you become an NPC. It's great for a corporate work drone. You will not think. Yeah, that's why. Okay, yeah. Okay, that's actually important. This symbol right here. Okay. It's like a masonry where you put the blindfold over your eyes. Like a basically saying that people who are corporate work drones, they're like blindfolded and they just do their work. They don't know why. They're like NPCs. And that's corporate life culture. Upon a wheel, the pinwheel is basically like, you know, the Buddhist symbol for shrine or religion, spirit. This is actually the swastika that the Germans took over. But basically, it is a representation of the rotational spinning of the wheel upon the zodiac, upon its natural cycle. Okay, yeah. Okay, that's basically the wheel of Dharma. I gotta show you the zodiac. And the essence of your work, just like your louche, is being extracted by the needle from above. Like, I mean, come on, dude. I think there are like spiritual egregore things that run the show. The black goo, this is louche. Your work, like, cause you're actually supposed to do work for your own spiritual endeavors. You're not supposed to give your heart and soul for Goldman Sachs. Come on, dude. I mean, is that not obvious? And it's extracted. The amalgamation of the work creates the corporate egregore, which would be that father. It's basically it's basically the devil, right? It's the imitation of the god, the hand thing that you see in the beginning. That's why you see him later. I mean, this is the product of the severance floor, when you cut off your access to your higher spiritual self because you don't want to know. All right, there's a great price to be paid for avoiding suffering. Like suffering, like the wheel I showed you, the wheel of Dharma, the wheel of suffering. It's also known as the wheel of necessity, right? Like Kabbalism, to me, may have its problems, but technically they are right, all right? It doesn't matter if this place sucks. You're already here, so now it's time to do the work, all right? Okay. And then this is what creates the shadow plane, known as in the ancients call this place the Abyss, Malkuth. It's the bottom floor of Severance. The incarnation material plane, it's like the densest form. It's like if you drew a plumb bob, which is a double triangle, one triangle up, one triangle down. It is the bottom half. Well, it's bottom, like lower third. It's like the inverted pyramid. There's darkness, a shadow, a reflection of the real true light. And the abyss pulls you back in. Alright? Like, dude, I'll show you that scene again. Ooh, he's getting sucked into the abyss. Bad souls go to abyss. This is where people who never figure it out or just go along and like don't even try. I mean, come on, dude. Like, come on. Bad souls go to the abyss. Alright? Like, don't think, like, look, I'm warning about these truthers that just say that karma doesn't matter, works doesn't matter, or what you do, and like, you're all getting to heaven. And look, dude, come on, dude. I mean, you want to call it the game? I mean, I call it the gamification of the entrapment of God. All right, like there's this weird thing that's going on. the light, the shadow, reflection. This is like, I mean, this place is what it is. It is the Negrito. This is the antithesis of, God. This is a shadow plane. Like in the ancient times, like the ancient Hebrews, they would consider the devil as the prosecutor of God. This place has its purpose, regardless of what, I think or, lesser beings think. This place, I mean, it is what it is. It's quite fair, actually. Yeah. And the light shines on it. Okay, so you get the drill. We're in Severance. We gotta figure out what we gotta do to get out, I guess. I mean, people care. Okay, well, that's just the trail. I just broke it down again just because I deleted the one before. Alright, you guys, good night. Peace.